I don't think so. I think I was on the ground like one time and I got stepped on.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good, our offensive line.
Yeah, and you played a bunch of guys up front too. I mean, so a lot of those guys continue to get some reps, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about our group up front. There's a lot of guys who can be versatile, play different spots, and we can kind of use guys being interchangeable and give guys breaks when they need them. And so that's the good thing. We have depth up front and guys who can really play, who are experienced, and we can kind of throw guys in and feel good about it.
Josh, clearly you know about SMU and this rivalry you got, but I want to ask you, do you know anything about the old Southwest Conference?
A little bit. I mean, I grew up hearing my dad talk about it. I didn't really get to watch it much. It was kind of before my time. I was born in '03, so that's a little bit before
I just
me.
didn't know how much maybe you had heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard stories about it, and obviously around this place you see monuments and old scores and stuff like that. And obviously it was a competitive league, cool league. You know, it's a lot of the Texas teams, and yeah, seemed pretty cool.
How much do you like non-conference rivalries like this?
Yeah, I love it. I love playing good competition, and you know, as far as the scheduling thing, and people all want to know about that. I mean, for us, we're just going to play who's on our schedule, and you know, it doesn't really matter who it is, and I don't get to control who we play, and so there's no sense in me worrying about it or having an opinion about it. I'm just going to do my best to win every game and play the best I can every week, and you know, if whatever the circumstances is going forward with playing SMU, I mean, it is what it is, but we're going to be focused on this week, and I've got a job to do in a couple days, and that's what I'm focused on.
Do you think about last year's game at all, or you just focus on this season?
No, yeah, I don't really. Obviously, I'll go back and watch it, just try to see kind of what they did, and kind of get a feel for what they did to us. It's been a whole year since we played them, so I'll freshen up my mind on it. But no, I'm focused on this year. I'm focused on their group. They don't have the same team as they did last year, neither do we. So. I'm not going to put too much into that, but obviously going to be aware of some things they try to do to us, and I'm sure they'll do the same thing. So it goes both ways. But as far as that question, I'm focused on Saturday, focused on their group they got right now, focused on what I need to do to be the best for our team.
What have you seen from their defense?
They're solid. They're well coached. They fly around. They tackle. Their DBs are really solid. They're good up front. Got some good pass rushers, and so it's going to be a challenge, and looking forward to it.
Did you ever play in a game where your head coach got tossed out?
Baseball happens pretty frequently. So yeah, I have.
Your dad wasn't coaching, was he?
I'll protect him on this one. I'll leave that. I'll leave that to myself.
There was a play that Eric broke off the route. You kind of gotten flushed out. He breaks off the route. He ends up being wide open, hard to defend. Is that just second nature now with you and him to kind of know where he's going to work to?
Yeah, it's just reps with scramble drill, and obviously that play was a designed naked play or a bootleg, but they covered it down, and Eric just did a good job finding a way to get open and give me a place to put the ball, and so I think that just comes with reps, and Eric's an experienced guy. He's got good feel, can really get open when things kind of break down, so that's just an example of him just being a smart player and just getting open for him.
Guys can make you look good when they can make one-handed catches too.
They can, yeah. They should put something on the stat line, like maybe one-handed catch next to it or something. So, yeah, Ed, proud of Ed, the way he played. I've known him for a long time. He's going to be a really special player, and I've got no doubt that he's got a bright future, TCU and beyond. So, great player, and excited to kind of watch him as he grows the next couple of weeks and this year.
You had the interesting schedule to start the year with the game and the bye week. Is it nice to kind of be in more of a rhythm now?
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we use that bye week to get better. I think a lot of people think of that as like a negative, like, oh, you got a bye week. For me, that's just more time to go focus on what I can do to get better and improve my game. And so it's a blessing to me. Anytime you have a week where you're not playing anybody, you can go and focus and get better and get healthy. And so I was proud of our guys, the way we handled that. And coming off the bye week last week, thought we played pretty solid on offense and did our job. Scored the first 6 drives of the game. And anytime you do that, it's never easy to do. So proud of our guys for just the maturity we showed, showing up ready to play, executing at a high level, and just operating. And so, back to your question, as far as being in rhythm, it'll be good, going forward to kind of be in a consistent rhythm and be able to build off of, each week and just carry momentum.
You had a lot of trust last year with your receivers, especially JP, and it looks like you're developing that relationship with Jordan a little bit. Or how much is that trust factor with you and him right now?
I've got trust in all of our guys. Jordan's definitely one of those guys that I'm talking about. anytime you got a guy that plays as hard as he does and was going to fight for the ball, quarterbacks are going to give guys chances. You know, you feel confident in guys that you know are going to find a way to catch it or give their best effort. So I think we've got a group of guys that can all do that, and for me, it's a blessing. And I feel really confident. And you know, Jordan's a special player, knows how to separate, knows how to get open, knows how to use his hands and eyes to catch balls in traffic. And so he's a special dude, and I love the way he plays, and looking forward to continuing to develop that relationship. You know, we've only been playing for 2 games together, so it's going to continue to develop and be better and better, and that's what we work on every day.
You guys are averaging over 40 a game. You're doing really well on offense, but I know you're always looking for ways to get better. I guess what are some areas you think the offense can still grow in?
I mean, every area, just communication, being on the same page, up front, at receiver, quarterback, running back. There's so many things that the common eye doesn't see, so there's a lot of things from my perspective that, I need to get better at. Obviously, just my leadership and continuing to press and get guys to be the best version of themselves and do the same thing for myself too. So I think just, run the ball, communicating, being on the same page with routes and where you're going to be, and then just me giving guys chances. I feel like there's been a couple plays so far where I haven't really given our guys good opportunities to make plays, and so that's something that I can do better, and something I will do better going forward, is just give those guys opportunities. When the ball's around them, they just seem to make plays, and so it's my job to give them those chances, and that's something we're going to do.
Growing up in this area, how much did you know about the SMU TCU rivalry?
Yeah, I mean, grew up, watching both teams. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of anybody growing up, so kind of just had, fun, just players that I love to watch, and just over the years was kind of aware of it, but was never really too tuned into it, I guess.
But you were a sports fan growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rivalries, were there any that you loved to watch on TV, or anything that you paid attention to?
Not really, man. I was probably more focused on whoever I was playing that Saturday in Pop Warner. So.
Colorado State, Wyoming wasn't on your list?
No, that one is Colorado State, Colorado. That's more of the rivalry that I heard about growing up. But yeah.
Josh, we heard last year if you had a run game, there's no telling how good the offense could have ultimately been. You've had a run game this year. Can you just talk about having the run game and how well they're doing this year for you guys?
I think it just makes it easier to call plays for Coach Prowse, puts them in better situations, and so when we can run the ball, it just helps everybody. And so up front, we've done a good job so far, just communicating. Obviously, like I said, we got stuff to clean up in the backfield, up front, receiver, all over the place. But it's been a good start, and it's going to be huge for us to kind of just keep this momentum going up front and get those guys believing that we can run the ball and be really successful up front. And it's all a belief thing. Once they believe, I think they do, that we can run it, and they can be physical and knock people around and create holes to run the ball. It just helps everybody, helps me, helps Coach Prowse, helps our receivers, gives them better looks, get open. So it's just a overall kind of operational thing that when you can run the ball, it just benefits everybody. And I've been encouraged so far, but it's week to week, and we got to continue to prove that.
Do the players care that this rivalry is ending, or at least temporarily?
I don't care. I'm just ready for this Saturday. I mean, like I said earlier, it's not up to me. It's up to our athletic director and our admin. I mean, they make those decisions, not me. So I'm just focused on beating them this Saturday, and that's all I really care about.
I guess my question is, do any of the guys in the room feel any added juice for this game, considering the history behind it?
I feel the juice every week, and we're just excited to play them this Saturday, and that's all there really is to it. I mean, they're another team on our schedule, and they're a good team. We know we're going to have to play our best to win, and it's exciting, and I think we're all going to be teed up, ready to go.
You wanted to work.
Go ahead.
So you wanted to work on your leadership. I'm curious, how do you work on it? Is there books you read, lean on the word? What's your process of trying to improve?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've obviously, FCA has been a huge part of my life here. Mitchell Traver, Coleman Maxwell, Chauncey, all these guys that have poured into me. Mitchell Traver gave me a book about Ecclesiastes a couple days ago. Just talking about reaching, just pursuing a life of happiness, and Ecclesiastes is kind of about, chasing after the wind and how there's really no satisfaction in some of the things of this world. And it kind of came to me last week that maybe I've been doing this thing just wrong. Asking God, hey, can you give me this? Can you give me this? Instead of just humbling myself and saying, God, just being in awe of God, who He is, what He's given me, and the platform He's blessed me with right now. And so I think that's kind of let me take a step back and just focus on how I can improve the situation I'm in right now, how can I improve the guys around me, and how can I glorify God through the way I play, the way I practice, and just the way I encounter, with my teammates.
Josh, who asked better questions, us or the third graders at Fort Worth Academy yesterday?
They had some good questions. They asked me my favorite color, things like that. So I hadn't heard that from you guys. So maybe you step it up.
What is it? No, I'm just kidding.
Purple.
Anything else for Josh?